Hey guys, in today's YouTube tutorial, we're going to be covering how to do skippable ads on YouTube and how to create them as well. What are you doing?
Skip!
So guys, in this video, we're going to be covering everything about skippable ads. We're going to be showing you guys some examples. We're going to be showing you how it all works. We're going to be showing how you get charged, the pros and cons. And if you stay to the end of the video, we're going to do a full live demonstration of how to actually build a skippable ad campaign in the back end of Google Ads. So you can follow us along step by step on how to build out a profitable skippable ad campaign. Okay, so let's have a look at what these ads are. These are the skippable in-stream ads. So let's have a look at some examples. So we can see here, this one's actually from Monday.com. If you're a business owner, you would have seen a Monday.com ad. Now what's really cool is you can see obviously the skip button there to get to your video, but also you'll see the companion banner up the top. So even once you've finished playing your video, the companion banner stays at the top. So if this was your ad, this would be your ad, this would be your banner. Again, we have one here from Central Penn College, same deal, skippable ad with the thing at the top. And then this one here is actually want to create a logo with Taylor Brands. And then of course, when you skip, you can see the companion banner at the top. Start now with their call to action. So this is what your ads would look like in terms of putting your ads on YouTube and what skippable ads actually look like.
The next best thing about these ads is basically they can be as long as you want. They can be 5 seconds long, 10 seconds long, a minute long, 10 minutes long, however long you want them to be. The third best thing about these ads is basically they can appear all over the Google network. So any website or any app that is linked as a Google partner, your video ad can appear all over the place on apps, websites, and in YouTube itself. And then lastly, these types of ads are great for basically any type of niche. So if you're a coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a local business owner, if you're selling digital products, if you're selling e-commerce, these types of ads are fantastic for you.
All right, so how are you charged when it comes to skippable ads? Well, basically the first way that you can be charged is through CPM. So you can get charged for every 1,000 impressions, you get charged a certain amount, and that will depend on what niche or niche that you're in and how much you get charged per 1,000 impressions, per 1,000 people seeing that particular ad.
The next way you're charged is what's known as true view bidding. And basically what this means is you only pay when someone views your ad. Now what YouTube defines as a view is when someone either watches your whole ad, watches at least 30 seconds of the ad, or interacts with your ad by clicking on the button. Whichever one of these comes first, that's when you get charged. So if they don't watch your whole ad, if they don't watch at least 30 seconds, and if they don't click on your ad, you don't get charged anything. And then lastly, the last way is what's known as true view for action. Now, it's very similar to true view, except that you pay when someone becomes a conversion for you. So basically you define what a conversion is. It could be someone's, you made a sale from someone, or someone's giving you the name and the email address. Whatever you define as a conversion inside Google Ads, that is when Google will charge you for that particular time or that particular ad.
Which means you only really pay if someone made a sale or got a lead or you got the outcome that you want. You're paying as a price of the action that you want to have happen. Let's get into the pros and cons of skippable ads and how they all kind of come together. Now, these are literally probably my favorite ad on YouTube to run. So obviously there's going to be more pros than cons. And I would say that for most advertisers, this is probably the ad format that most people would be using because it gets the best result probably in the most affordable way to cold audiences, okay? So pros would be you basically have their full attention for at least 5 seconds until they skip, so you can get your hook in there or your message in there. The second part of that is, depending on how your bidding works, normally if you set it up with, you don't get charged for about 30 seconds for a view, okay? So people, you got their whole interest for 30 seconds before you really have to pay for anything unless they click or so on. You don't have to pay when they skip, so that's absolutely fantastic. The other cool thing about this is you can have the video as long as you want. You can have a 10-minute ad, a 20-minute ad, a 30-minute ad, whatever ad length you want to have. You're not limited to some of the non-skippable formats of like 6 or 15 seconds. You can go for minutes, hours if you really want to. We kind of find that the most profitable time, because we get this question all the time, how long should the ad be? We find somewhere between 1.5 minutes and about 3 minutes as the sweet spot, depending on what type of ad you're running and so on.
So now on to the cons. So there's really only one con to these skippable ads, and that's basically, you can only hold the person's attention for so long. All right. So after 5 seconds, if they're not interested, they hit the skip button. That's really the only con, is the length which you're able to hold the person's attention. All right, so let's dive into a live demonstration on how to set one of these up. Now, before we do this, guys, if you like the content I'm putting out, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. It really, really helps grow this channel and really allows us to provide you guys with more content. So let's quickly dive in on how to set up a skippable in-stream ad. All right, so let's jump into the back of Google Ads and show you exactly how to set this up. Now, if you don't have a Google Ads account yet, you can click on the link that's up here somewhere, and that will take you to a video that will show you exactly how to set up a Google Ads account.
Cool. Now, once we're in here, guys, what's the first thing we want to do? Obviously, we want to create a campaign around skippable ads for our YouTube ads. So all we need to do is click on the new campaign or the plus button up here to create a new campaign in our account. Now, if you've set it up correctly in the video that we just mentioned, there'll also be a link in the description. You'll be able to have this look exactly the same when you come into your Google Ads platform. Okay, so guys, which of these campaign options can we select for this particular video? We have, obviously, for the skippable ads for YouTube, we can select sales, leads, we can select website traffic, we can select product or brand consideration, we can select brand awareness and reach. So these are probably more once you've got a few conversions in your account and you can let Google's AI start doing the work for you. We'd probably recommend starting without any goal guidance. This is pretty much where we recommend most people get started with their campaigns, because we don't like being told what to do.
No.
So let's click on down and come down and pick a particular one. Obviously, we're looking for a video campaign, right? All right, so which one of these options do we want to pick and why? So basically, we can do a custom video campaign. You'll get charged as a cost per view in this particular setup. Now, if you wanted to get charged as a conversion, so only if people buy something, I want to know how much it costs for people to buy something, to opt in or whatever, you would come down here to drive conversions and you would have that set up in your account. You could do target CPA, but both of those are going to need quite a lot of budget to make them work, okay? So if you, like I said, let's just pretend you're just getting started with this. The one that you're going to want to get started with is custom video campaign, okay? To get that all underway. Now, the other thing you can see here, non-skippable in-stream ads. If you did want to run non-skippable YouTube ads, all you need to do is click on the button above. It'll be in my head somewhere. And then you'll be able to go have a look at a full video that we've run on how to do non-skippable campaigns, how to set them up, what they are, how they work, and so on. So you can go check that out as well. We'll also leave the link down in the description. So now that we're running a skippable YouTube ads, let's come down, click on continue, and go from there. Now again, probably another video that we can share with you is a full video on what all the campaign settings are. So if you'd like to know what all the little campaign settings are, how they all work, and what are the traffic traps and how to avoid them, again, there'll be another card up here somewhere. So moving on, let's roll straight on down into how we would set this up. Basically, if we have a look at how you're charged, we're going to do maximum cost per view, or you can get charged as a target cost per 1,000 impressions, okay? Over to you.
Yep. So basically, guys, once you've decided what your bidding strategy is, okay, obviously you want to name your campaign. Come down here, pick your budget. You want to do a daily budget, campaign total, whatever it is, whatever tickles your fancy. You can pick those. We normally do daily budget, just say $20 for now. Now, here's a bit of a traffic trap for those who don't know, and knowing's half the battle. So basically on here, right, you have YouTube search results. Now, we're not running discovery ads, so we want to remove that. And we don't want to put our video on partners of the display network, because we only want to target YouTube, right? We don't want to have our ads show up on websites. Who knows what's website, okay? So the only one you want ticked is YouTube videos. That's the only one you want ticked. All right. Now, obviously, pick your location. Could pick Australia. And then languages, then inventory type. Now, if you like a branding options, basically, this is where you go, all right, well, I don't want to show up on, content that has lots of profanity or lots of sexual kind of stuff. So you can basically go through here, read this out, and choose your branding.
Okay, so guys, there's lots of different options, including demographics, audiences, keywords, topics, placements. If you want to learn how to put your ads on your skippable ads on other people's YouTube videos, or you want to put them on any YouTube video or any YouTube channel, you want to target just those people, we have a whole video on that. Again, the link will be up in the cards above, so go check that out. Okay, so now that we've sorted all that out, now we want to do is have a look at how does the bidding work, okay? Now, in terms of bidding, how much do you want to bid for a view? Now, remember, a view is 30 seconds, okay? So how much do we want to pay for someone to watch 30 seconds of our ad? Now, normally, if you have a look at how much does it cost, how much should you put in here? YouTube recommends somewhere between 3 cents and 30 cents per view. Now that's pretty good, in terms of that. Marcus, what do we usually say the benchmark that we want to run ads for pretty much across most niches?
5 cents.
5 cents. So I would start at about 5 or 6 cents. And if it's feeding out and it's working really well, that's great. If it's not, up it, or come down as you go through. And you'll find this is actually a really good way to learn how to run manual campaigns in YouTube, is to understand what you should pay as a cost per view. All right, and then lastly, all you need to do is create your video ad, put it in there, literally the YouTube URL in there to make that work. Again, if you wanted to learn how to do that, make sure you check out the campaign building successful campaigns tutorial that we have in the link below, and that will show you all the details on that. So realistically, guys, that's pretty much most of what you'll need to know about running skippable ads and the campaign. Again, if you wanted to watch any of the videos that we suggested, make sure you click in the description below. Other than that, we also have some really cool related content coming up just after this.